Hey, what's going on, man? You don't know me, I don't know you, but this is how we need to start. So, I really want to talk about social media, and I'd like to give you a few different reasons why you need to start uploading organic content and start building your personal brand. The reason being is actually very simple, just because it works for me. And if you can hear my accent, I am originally from Russia, and I've been living in the USA for 7 years now. And when I just came here, I didn't have anything. I didn't have any clients. I didn't know any people. I didn't understand people just because I didn't know English. So in order to start working with the local people, I had to do something, and it was social media. So in today's video, I'm not gonna jump very deep into this topic, but I'd like to give you a few different reasons why you need to start and start as soon as you can. So if you like this video, make sure to subscribe and let's start. So there are two different types of people that we know. The people who just create content and the people who watch this content. So if you have a phone, probably have one, right? You probably have your social media accounts on it, and you probably exactly this type of person who only watch this content. And the funny part is that I also, this type of guy. I mean, you're watching this video, right? I created this video, I made this video, I filmed this video, I uploaded it on YouTube, but I also watch a lot of content just because I'm still a consumer. But there is also a big difference between this type of mindset, the people who only consume and the people who start creating something. So as you understand, you probably need to choose this side. Because if you're always staying behind the phone, behind the camera, right, behind the screen, I mean, that's alright. You can just learn a lot of stuff. Maybe you're this type of person who doesn't even need social media, who doesn't even need personal branding. So let me ask you a question: why are you still watching this video? But if you feel like that your life could change, if you only start doing something, taking the first step, even you don't have any experience, even you're scared of something, and we will be talking about in this video. So probably you need to do that. And I'd like to give you a story, exactly how I started. Because as I remember, I've been always this kind of shy, very sensitive kid who doesn't really care about anything in the world. So I was always, behind someone's back. I was always behind the camera, behind the screen. I didn't want to create. Even I was very creative and I was trying to create, something, but I was just okay. I don't care about, the problems here in the world. I just wanted to play video games or maybe create a simple video, but I'm not gonna post it just because I didn't have any reasons. And I used to live with my parents for 25 years. Of course, back in that time, when I was living in Russia, I started making these corporate videos, these weddings, and I had enough money to travel around Russia, or like I've been to Asia, and it was actually a very wonderful experience for me because I believe this is how I grow up as a man. But the way I was getting my clients, it was so random. I didn't have any system, I never posted content, so I only used this word of mouth when people could recommend your service to other people. And I had a friend, she was a photographer, she was much more older than me, and I remember that she used to pay for the service, promoting their service on the website, and I had to pay her a little commission for it, of course. And back in that time, I just, I was very angry because I was like, why should I pay you for that if you're promoting your service? But she hired me, so I mean, that makes sense, right? And so I was that stupid that I didn't really understand why I need to do something like this. Why I need to upload my works on the internet or like Instagram, YouTube, whatever. Why I need to talk to more people. I was always thinking that it should work just like this, that people will be recommending my service forever. And guess what? When I came into the USA, I only had just a camera and my skill, which was videography. And it wasn't marketing, it wasn't public speaking, it wasn't something like that. I only knew how to film these videos and how to edit these videos. And of course my first months, even first year, was very terrible because I had to work at a delivery company, at a moving company, right, when I just deliver these McDonald's bags to a customer, or when you're just moving this furniture, you feel dirty, you feel dusty. So it's kind of it sucks. It really sucks. I'm not a big fan of this kind of immigrant jobs. Even a lot of people doing something like this right now. With all the respect, I feel like this is the stupid thing that you cannot even do. So it's better to find something different. And I had to find something different. And I was like, man, if I have a camera, if I know how to film these videos, even I don't speak English, even nobody really cares about me, and even nobody knows about me. I mean, it's going to be like this just forever, and that's the problem, because I had zero experience at marketing. And I was like, man, let me just try. Let me just try to do something different. Because back at that time, I had to work from Monday to Saturday, and hopefully that I could make like maybe $800 for the whole week. And of course, I had to pay for gas, for for like other stuff, and yeah, it was like fine. So I took a little break just because I had enough money to pay for the rent for the next month, and I was like, man, let me try to find the first client. And back at that time, I didn't even know what exactly I can do. Like, what is my offer? Who is my potential client? Am I going to be a videographer and shoot these weddings? And by the way, I really hate it because I don't believe in family anymore, unfortunately. Just kidding. Or maybe I need to start making these commercial videos, or maybe music videos, maybe something different. And I was like, man, let me just do something. I mean, let me just start uploading my stuff on the internet, because back in that time, if you had your Instagram account, so this is how you could find the clients, especially right now, of course. So I was living with my girlfriend. She was Russian as fuck, of course. And I asked her to join me to shoot a simple music video just with her. So I found just a random beat, a random, song on the internet, and I asked her to be, to pretend like she's a rap star, doing some stupid things, like smoking or drinking and whatever. I was trying to get some B-rolls. This is what you can see like on like other any music videos right now. And guess what? It actually worked. Just because after a couple of weeks, maybe just even after the first week, I got the first potential client who asked me to make a music video. I was so surprised. I was like, is this even like the real thing? Am I getting like the first potential client who just really wants to work with me? Because I haven't done any music videos before. My Instagram page was like just empty. I mean, it was just my like personal pictures and like weather, nature, the American life as a Russian guy and stuff. And no music video, nothing like that. And I remember the manager. It was the manager of of an artist, and he was like, "Okay, let's go. How much do you charge?" And I just told him the random price, which was like probably maybe $600, something like this. So in order to make this money, I had to work the whole week doing a delivery job. But if this guy just books me, I would be able to make $600 from one client during just one day. And guess what, guys? This is how I got my first client. And man, I'm not gonna tell you how surprised I was, just because it changed my life forever. But let me tell you something different. Imagine a guy who doesn't even speak English, who just knows just a couple of words, who's been living in in different country just for the first year. Of course, he has the experience, he has the camera and the skill, but he has never worked with anyone in this country, in the USA. But this is how I got my first client. This thing that everyone has right now, your phone, this is your medium. This is how you can talk to your potential clients. 2026. I make these music videos. I've been directing these music videos for like 5, maybe 6 years. We have the guys in New York, in Miami, in Chicago. I live here in Los Angeles, and I do my best to work with local musicians. And of course, I was able to make very solid money just because I've been very productive. I've been hustling all these years. And so the coolest part is that it still works. It still works these days as well. Right? If you have a phone, again, you probably watch all this content. So people just consume the content. People just want to be entertained. But if you can choose like the different side of it and start creating something, start sharing your story, start building your personal brand, not only uploading your works, not only uploading like some kind of buy content, buy my service, buy my product, but help people, give them something valuable, something meaningful. Right, this is how you attract the customer. This is how you build your foundation and the trust, because the trust is very important in this game. I've had so many clients who told me that the reason why they booked exactly me just because I keep showing up. And they don't really care if I'm Russian, if I have an accent, if I'm stupid, or if I just good-looking white guy, who just goes to the gym and stuff. Nobody really cares about it. The only thing that they care about is that I keep showing up and that I can deliver my work very good. This is what I hear, man. It's not, it's not coming from me. I'm not just, trying to sell, my service to you. I don't care. I'm just telling you that it really works, man. And what's actually very funny? So just a couple of days ago, last weekend, I was invited to the business event, and I met a lot of business owners, and I was so surprised because just a few of them really make organic content and paid addressing. Just a few of them, because for the most of people, word of mouth is still the main source of getting new clients. And I get it, because this is how I was making the money when I was living in Russia. I just told you this in the beginning of this video, that I didn't have any content. I was never uploading this. I didn't have my personal brand, just the word of mouth. And of course, in order to work like this, you need to spend years on building your personal brand and reputation in the local area. It's impossible to move around. It's impossible to live like in Miami, New York, Chicago, and then in LA, right? Hopefully that it works. No, I mean, it wouldn't. But if you upload content, if you build your personal brand, it might work. For sure it might work. Because, I mean, this is how we work, right? I live here in Los Angeles again, and we have the clients from Chicago, from New York, from Miami. I just produce this video, and then I send the footage to the editor teams, and they do their best. So I never show up. I don't have to be, in Miami or Chicago. I mean, if I have the opportunity, I would go there for sure. But most, project that I personally shoot, I do it right here in Los Angeles, so I don't have to go like to other states. And this is what the personal brand really means. So I hope you really enjoyed watching this video. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Also, follow me on Instagram. I'll put a lot of stuff there, man. And I'll see you in the next one. So, всем пока.
Brand new hanger. Oh, I'll bring water too. Hey, how are you?